So in this video, I'm going to show you how to change accountants in 5 easy steps. So changing accountants can be a daunting experience, like changing hairdressers or banks or something like that. And I speak to a lot of clients that are unhappy with their current accountant but don't want to move. So I thought I'd outline how the process works and hopefully kind of reassure you that it's a relatively simple process. So it can take days. It's probably most likely to take weeks, if I'm honest. And the process works like this. So the first is you got to find your new accountant. You might have to kiss a few frogs, but once you've found the new accountant and hopefully they're a great fit for you, the process that can then start. So that's step 1. So step 2 is you contact your current accountant. You let them know that you're looking to leave, and they might issue something called a disengagement letter to you. So that will just kind of run through what they've done so far and things outstanding and things like that, and other commitments. So something to bear in mind at this stage is if you're VAT registered or you've got payroll set up, who's going to be submitting those returns? Is it your old accountant or your new accountant? So for things like VAT, it's good to move accountants once you've got kind of a nice space in between your VAT returns. You don't want to be moving when you've got 7 days before your VAT return's due. So step 3 of the process is your new accountant will then send you something called an engagement letter. So they'll send it for every limited company and every personal director that's associated with it. An engagement letter just goes through what services are included, fees, things like that. It's probably not the most exciting read, but you want to read it, and then once you sign it, that new accountant can then start to act for you. So once the engagement letter is signed, you move on to step 4, which is something called professional clearance. And all this is you need to give your new accountant permission to contact your old accountant, and they basically say, is there any reason why we shouldn't act for the client? And then you request key balances, so things like your fixed asset register, old tax returns, company accounts, things like that. It's the information the new accountant needs to be able to kind of continue with your affairs moving forward. So once that's done, so I had one yesterday and they got back to me within a day. So accounting practices that are really on it do reply quickly and can sort that. And then step 5 is authorization and onboarding. So once you're set up, the new accountant will request authorization for things like corporation tax, VAT. It's where you get the codes through the post and you have to pass them on so they can act and deal with HMRC on your behalf. There's things called anti-money laundering, so there's AML checks, and then just general onboarding, things like setting up. So for me, it's things like setting up Go Cardless, invoicing, things like that. So those are the 5 steps. Hopefully that's reassured you a bit. Everyone's adults in the process. All accountancy practices at some point are going to have a client leaving or a client joining. So it can be a simple process. If you're not happy, it's in your interest to try and move and find an accountant that would be a good fit. So I hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon.